MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Detroit Lions. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. We'll check on his status when we get back. Detroit's offense ready to take over. On first down, Goff. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Goff. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he goes out right around the 39. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Play fake for Swift. Now Goff. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Goff.
Well, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Nice play on the football, and while it was tipped in the air and made everyone a little bit anxious before falling to the ground, you just know defensive players are taught to knock the ball to the ground. But early in games, emotions come into play, nerves come into play, and despite the training, the ball was tipped up. Fortunately for them, they didn't pay for that error.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Play action. Now Wilson.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Again, he finds Moore. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Brad, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Michael Carter.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Wilson. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. After the interception, here's Goff.
Open man is Quintez Cephas.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
They'll run here with Swift.
powers through. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 2nd down now, Swift. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Goff now looking to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Well, the screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
We're scoreless after 1. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try it now with Swift. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
From the red zone now, Goff. He's got it. Touchdown. Khalif Raymond from 13 yards out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. following the touchdown. Here's Seibert now to kick it off. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Wilson. And the grab by Croft. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Quick slant, caught by Moore. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They go play action with Wilson. And that is incomplete here.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And he is going to have a Jets first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Throwing again here, Wilson. He'll drop that down to Carter underneath. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play, with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Wilson will throw again. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Goff on first down. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, Goff. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Goff. He gets this complete to Cephas. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. To throw is Goff. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
This is intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And some room to maneuver. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play there just before halftime.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Going back to Moore. This time he's got it complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Elijah Moore as the first half is winding down. And the Jets have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And the Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. The final shot before break here. Goff. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, here's Coleman now to return. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. Shotgun snap and a give to Carter. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 16, Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll run with Carter. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Returnable here from the 38. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's gone. Open man is Raymond. He's got it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Strong running at the 30, and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 49 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Goff. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff, open man right side is St. Brown. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Lions have taken the lead. And they just powered it in right there, Charles. 3 tight ends out on the field. The fullbacks for the defense, they knew what was coming.
They knew, but they weren't able to stop them. They knew they had to meet them with a little bit of force. But on that play, the big guys up front won the day.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now Carter to start the drive. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Another tote for Carter. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 3rd down, here's Carter. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Short throw hauled in by Croft. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson caught right side. Davis. Three-quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson.
That's complete to his running back, Carter.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Again, Wilson. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Elijah Moore, the intended receiver.
But now it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And hauled in by Croft. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Lions will take over.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save?
Yes.
That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
On second down, Swift, and some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So here's Wilson and the Jets down 14-7. 1:44 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Here's Wilson. Throw's going to be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now Wilson. Caught here by Griffin. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Throwing now is Wilson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So here come the Lions now. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Goff with a kneel down here, and that should put a conclusion to this one.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.